What's up, Taiwan? I'm Yvonne with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. St. Kitts and Nevis Prime Minister Terence Drew is leading a delegation to Taiwan for a 4-day trip. His country is one of Taiwan's few remaining diplomatic allies, and he was welcomed with honor in Taipei. Yvonne was there.
Now it's pouring outside, so we've been moved inside, but Taiwan is still pulling all its stops for Prime Minister Terence Drew of St. Kitts and Nevis. Now it's his first time being here in Taiwan since being sworn in August of 2022. The two countries have always enjoyed good relations. In fact, St. Kitts and Nevis is one of 14 diplomatic allies of Taiwan. The ceremony was attended by top Taiwanese officials and a delegation from St. Kitts and Nevis. Taiwan welcomed the Prime Minister with a military salute. Taiwan's President Tsai Ing-wen presided over the ceremony and hopes to deepen ties with the Caribbean country.
我们期待透过这次交流，两国可以针对共同关切的议题深入交换意见，未来有更多的合作交流，尤其是德鲁总理阁下关心的医疗及健保的议题，相信台湾一定能够提供最好的经验。
St. Kitts and Nevis Prime Minister plans to build on bilateral cooperation with Taiwan.
As true friends, the government of St. Kitts and Nevis is always ready to use its influence in international fora to advocate for values and principles which we share with the Republic of China, Taiwan.
The delegation will meet with other top Taiwanese officials on a 4-day trip to work on bilateral projects. Taiwan is hoping to build on its diplomatic relations with St. Kitts and Nevis, hoping the country will help Taiwan speak out in international forums that Taiwan is barred from. Howard Zhang and Bing Wang in Taipei for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan's military reported 63 Chinese warplanes and 4 naval ships around Taiwan on Monday, as Beijing continues to step up its military presence in the area. For more on the recent developments around Taiwan's airspace, our reporter Jaime Ocon spoke to Ben Lewis, an independent analyst based in Washington, D.C.
What can you tell us about the recent spike in the number of Chinese warplanes that are flying near Taiwan's airspace?
So in the last 2 days, we've seen 52 ADIZ violations from the PLA. There could be a number of reasons why this is happening. There's speculation about a British visit to Taiwan, but in all honesty, these are the largest violations we've seen since August as of today, with 31 aircraft. And in general, that means China is signaling for some reason that they are unhappy and they want to make it known by putting pressure on Taiwan.
Last year in total, there was close to 1,000 incursions, and now, almost halfway through November, the total is close to 1,400. So what do you think China is trying to do in stepping up this kind of activity?
I think it's a clear indicator that China is not going to back down in its desire to put pressure on Taiwan. I think that with 2022, China has had more opportunities to find an excuse to put pressure on Taiwan. The Pelosi visit obviously was not something to scoff at for them. That's where we've seen the largest amount of incursions. But otherwise, too, comments made by President Biden, arms sales, any opportunity that China can take to basically find a reason to get upset and send aircraft into the ADIZ over the median line in the last few months especially, I think it's just proof that China is very steadfast in its commitment to put pressure on Taiwan to dissuade what they call separatist activities.
So included in Taiwan's Ministry of National Defense report, there will be the different kinds of aircraft that enter the ADIZ. And now we're seeing a big variation of those planes. So why is that so significant?
I think, for one, it's a way for China to demonstrate the different kinds of capabilities it can field, and likewise to train pilots using those capabilities. And we'd seen a variety of aircraft spread out since the data started being released in late 2020. But more recently, we've seen concentrated and varied numbers of aircraft. And I think that's a sign that China is attempting to work on some level of interoperability for its forces. So you have special mission and support aircraft, airborne early warning and command aircraft, working together with large quantities of fighter jets. We know there are naval ships operating in the same area, so they're most likely trying to communicate and practice that kind of communication because they know that's what they're going to need to do in a Taiwan contingency.
North Korea has denied claims it's selling weapons to Russia. Washington has said Pyongyang appears to be sending Moscow a, quote, significant numbers of artillery shells and has accused it of fueling Russia's war in Ukraine. But Pyongyang on Tuesday denied those claims. A defense official called the allegations a rumor and said that the North has never had arms dealings with Russia and has no plans to do so in the future. Government leaders from around the world have gathered in Egypt for UN's annual climate change conference. The 2-week-long COP27 summit is meant to make sure countries are on track to keep global warming in check. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres says that all countries need to work together to ensure that the average global temperature does not increase by more than 1.5 degrees Celsius from pre-industrial levels. He says action is urgently needed.
We are on a highway to climate hell with our foot still on the accelerator. The global climate fight will be won or lost in this crucial decade on our watch. And one thing is certain, those that give up are sure to lose. So let's fight together and let's win.
Elon Musk, Twitter's new chief executive and the world's richest man, has called on U.S. voters to back the Republican Party in Tuesday's midterm elections. It's the first time a major social media CEO has taken a side. Musk, who recently bought Twitter, told his followers on the platform that he recommends voting for Republican Congress. The Tesla CEO has opposed President Biden's calls to raise taxes on billionaires. Musk has faced a turbulent time following his takeover of Twitter last month, and at least one analyst believes his outspoken presence on the platform is bad for business. An ocean park in Kaohsiung is seeing a resurgence in jellyfish. They've been a rare sight in recent years because of pollution damage to their habitats. But as Eric Gao reports, their numbers are swelling once again.
Jellyfish blooming in the winter. Lingyuan Ocean Wetland Park in the southern city of Kaohsiung is seeing a lot more of the Cassiopeia or upside-down jellyfish than usual. And the rare sight is bringing in many tourists.
跟想象的不一样。
想象不一样。
对，想象的不是白色透明的吗？它这个看起来像珊瑚哎。
Once common in the area, the jelly's numbers had been heavily affected by industrial pollution. As many as 10,000 used to gather in the park, but by 2016 and 2017, that number had dropped to almost zero. This year, though, the population is recovering rapidly, even ahead of their normal breeding season in January and February.
今年到现在为止，在这个排水道这个区块，这个数量已经超过1万只以上。那这个小水母还在不断的发生，还在不断的增加，而且一直顺着水流游到我们的滞洪池里面去。
Local researchers say that conditions in the area are just right for these jellyfish, with plenty of plants to stick to. They estimate the jelly numbers could reach around 50,000 by the end of the year. But keeping in mind how fragile the animals are, experts are also reminding tourists to look but don't touch. Andy Xue and Eric Gao for TaiwanPlus.
American basketball star Dwight Howard is coming to play in Taiwan.
This is Dwight Howard, aka Superman, and I am so excited, and I can't wait to touch down in Taiwan and start playing for the Taiwan City Leopards. This is my 3rd time in Taiwan. I haven't been in so long. I can't wait to see the fans, eat the food, and have the best time ever and bring a championship to Taiwan City. Let's go!
The NBA veteran was the first overall draft pick in 2004 and has played for several teams, most recently the LA Lakers. He won the 2020 championship with them and has been named a league All-Star 8 times. But he wasn't resigned with the Lakers after the 2021 season. Howard will play his first game with the Leopards on November 19th. Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. I'm Yvonne. Take care and see you next time.